Have you ever woken up in the morning and wondered where that boundless energy of your younger years has gone? Maybe you've noticed that keeping up with the grandkids is getting a bit harder, or perhaps those garden chores that once felt effortless now leave you needing a longer rest. Well, my friend, you're definitely not alone. The good news? Your age is just a number, and how you feel, that vibrant, energetic version of yourself, is more under your control than you might think. I'm here today to share something truly exciting with you. 5 simple daily habits that can actually extend your lifespan and dramatically improve how you feel each and every day. You know, turning 60, 70, or beyond isn't about slowing down. It's about living smarter. These years can be some of the most fulfilling of your life when you have the energy and wellness to enjoy them fully. And that's exactly what we're going to help you achieve. Now, you might be thinking, is it really possible to feel better at my age? The answer is a resounding yes. Research has shown time and again that it's never too late to make positive changes that impact your health and longevity. In fact, studies focused specifically on people over 60 have demonstrated that certain daily habits can add not just years to your life, but life to your years. So let's dive right in with the first daily habit that can transform your health and extend your lifespan. Mindful movement. You see, our bodies are designed for movement. It's in our DNA. But somewhere along the way, many of us fell into more sedentary lifestyles. Maybe it's because of those aching joints, or perhaps it's simply become too easy to spend the day in that comfortable recliner watching television. The problem is, the less we move, the less we're able to move. Here's the beautiful truth. You don't need intense workouts or grueling gym sessions to reap the benefits of physical activity. In fact, gentle, mindful movement practiced consistently delivers far greater benefits than occasional strenuous exercise that leaves you sore and discouraged. What exactly is mindful movement? It's simply being present and aware while you move your body in ways that feel good. It could be a leisurely walk around your neighborhood while you notice the trees and birdsong. It might be gentle stretching in your living room as you focus on how each muscle feels as it lengthens. Or perhaps it's a dance class where you connect with others while moving to music that brings you joy. Let me share a quick story about Martha, a 72-year-old viewer who wrote to me last year. Martha had been struggling with fatigue and stiffness until she started a simple routine: 15 minutes of gentle stretching when she woke up, followed by a 20-minute walk after lunch. The difference is like night and day, she told me. I used to need a nap every afternoon. Now I have energy throughout the day, and I'm sleeping better at night too. The science backs up Martha's experience. Regular, gentle movement increases circulation, lubricates your joints, strengthens your muscles, and releases those wonderful endorphins that boost your mood. Even more importantly, it reduces inflammation, that silent culprit behind so many age-related conditions. Aim for about 30 minutes of mindful movement daily. But remember, it doesn't have to happen all at once. 3 10-minute sessions spread throughout your day can be just as beneficial, sometimes even more so because you're breaking up periods of sitting. Now, let's talk about our second life-extending habit: nourishing your body with purpose. You've probably heard the saying, "You are what you eat." And as we age, this becomes increasingly true. After 60, your body processes nutrients differently, and what you put on your plate directly impacts how you feel and how well your body functions. But I'm not here to put you on a restrictive diet or tell you to give up all your favorite foods. That approach rarely works in the long run. Instead, I want to introduce you to the concept of eating with intention and awareness, making choices that nourish your body while still bringing you pleasure. The Mediterranean-style approach to eating has consistently shown remarkable benefits for longevity, particularly for those in their golden years. This isn't about following a rigid diet plan. It's about embracing certain principles that have been shown to reduce inflammation, support heart health, and even protect brain function. What does this look like in practice? It means building your meals around colorful vegetables and fruits, incorporating plenty of fiber-rich beans and legumes, enjoying moderate amounts of fish and poultry, and using olive oil as your primary fat source. It also means savoring small amounts of cheese, yogurt, and even the occasional glass of red wine if that's something you enjoy and your doctor approves. Howard, an 81-year-old who's been following these principles for the past decade, told me something I'll never forget. He said, "I don't eat this way because I'm afraid of dying. I eat this way because it helps me live better every single day." What a powerful perspective. One strategy that's worked wonders for many in our community is the half-plate rule. Simply fill half your plate with colorful vegetables or fruits at each meal. This one simple habit ensures you're getting a wealth of vitamins, minerals, and those all-important plant compounds that fight inflammation and support cell health. Another key aspect of nourishing your body after 60 is staying properly hydrated. As we age, our sense of thirst diminishes, making it easier to become dehydrated without realizing it. Dehydration often masquerades as fatigue, headaches, or even hunger. Keeping a water bottle nearby and sipping throughout the day can make a remarkable difference in your energy levels and overall well-being. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Changing eating habits that have been with you for decades isn't easy. That's why I suggest starting small. Perhaps begin with just one meal a day where you apply these principles. Maybe it's adding an extra serving of vegetables to your dinner plate, or switching from processed snacks to a handful of nuts and a piece of fruit in the afternoon. Remember, this isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Each nourishing choice you make is a gift to your body and your future self. And speaking of gifts to yourself, our third daily habit for extending your lifespan is something many of us have neglected far too long. The third daily habit that can truly transform your health and add vibrant years to your life is prioritizing restorative sleep. And I want you to hear me when I say this. Sleep isn't a luxury or a sign of laziness. It's an absolute necessity, especially after 60. You see, during those precious hours of sleep, your body goes to work repairing cells, consolidating memories, and regulating hormones. It's like your personal overnight maintenance crew, sweeping away the day's debris and preparing you for a fresh start tomorrow. But as we age, many of us find quality sleep more elusive. Perhaps you're waking up throughout the night, or maybe you find yourself unable to fall asleep despite feeling tired. These changes are common as we age, but they're not something you simply have to accept. In fact, improving your sleep quality could be one of the most powerful ways to extend your lifespan and enhance your daily experience. Research has shown that consistent, restorative sleep is linked to better immune function, sharper cognitive abilities, improved mood, and even a healthier weight. On the flip side, chronic sleep issues are associated with an increased risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even Alzheimer's disease. So what does prioritizing sleep actually look like? It starts with creating a sleep sanctuary. Your bedroom should be a place dedicated to rest, cool, dark, and free from distractions. That means no television, no bright alarm clocks, and yes, I'm going to say it, no smartphones or tablets in the bedroom if possible. The blue light from these devices suppresses melatonin, your body's natural sleep hormone. If you enjoy reading before bed, which is wonderful, opt for a physical book or an e-reader that doesn't emit blue light. Equally important is establishing a calming pre-sleep routine. Think of it as a gentle transition that signals to your body and mind that it's time to wind down. This might include a warm bath or shower about an hour before bed, some light stretching, meditation, or even writing down any worries or tomorrow's to-do list to get them out of your head. Jean, a 76-year-old viewer, shared that her game-changing sleep strategy was surprisingly simple. She started dimming the lights throughout her home about 2 hours before bedtime and sipping a cup of caffeine-free herbal tea while listening to soft music. "I used to toss and turn for at least an hour every night," she told me. "Now I'm usually asleep within 15 minutes and I wake up feeling refreshed instead of groggy." Another crucial aspect of sleep hygiene is consistency. Your body thrives on routine, so try to go to bed and wake up at roughly the same times each day. Yes, even on weekends. This helps regulate your internal clock, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up naturally. Now, I know many of you might be thinking about sleep medications. While these have their place when prescribed by a doctor, they're generally not ideal for long-term use. Instead, try natural approaches first. And if problems persist, talk with your healthcare provider about other options, including cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, which has shown excellent results without the side effects of medication. Remember, investing in your sleep is investing in your longevity. It may take some experimentation to find what works best for you, but the payoff in terms of energy, mood, and overall health is immeasurable. Now let's move on to our fourth daily habit for boosting your lifespan: cultivating meaningful connections. You might be surprised to find this on our list, but the research is clear. Social connection is as important to your health as diet, exercise, and sleep. In fact, a landmark study found that strong social relationships can increase our odds of survival by 50%. That's a more powerful effect than quitting smoking, maintaining a healthy weight, or keeping your blood pressure in check. But what do we mean by meaningful connections? It's not about how many friends you have or how busy your social calendar is. It's about the quality of your relationships. Having people in your life with whom you can share your authentic self, your joys and concerns, your dreams and disappointments. After 60, our social circles often change. Retirement may mean seeing less of former colleagues. Friends and family might move away. Health issues can sometimes make getting together more challenging. But rather than accept isolation, this is precisely the time to be proactive about nurturing existing relationships and even forming new ones. Bob, who's 84, told me something profound after his wife of 57 years passed away. He said, "For the first year, I barely left the house. I felt my life was over too. Then my neighbor invited me to join his weekly card game. I went reluctantly, but it became my lifeline. Now I have a whole new group of friends, and we look out for each other. My doctor says my health has improved tremendously, and I know it's because I'm not alone anymore." There are countless ways to foster connection at any age. Local senior centers often offer classes and social events. Libraries host book clubs and discussion groups. Religious organizations provide community and purpose. Volunteer opportunities abound, allowing you to contribute your wisdom and experience while meeting others with similar interests. And don't overlook the value of intergenerational connections. Spending time with younger people, whether they're family members or through community programs, can be energizing and provide fresh perspectives. Many schools and youth organizations welcome senior volunteers as mentors, tutors, or simply as caring adults who listen and support. Even if mobility is a challenge, connection is still possible. Technology has made it easier than ever to stay in touch through video calls, social media, and online communities focused on shared interests. While these virtual connections don't completely replace in-person interaction, they can significantly enhance your social well-being. I want to emphasize something important here. Meaningful connection isn't just about having people around. It's about engaging in genuine exchanges where you feel seen, heard, and valued. Sometimes that means being vulnerable enough to ask for help or support when you need it. Other times it means offering your time and attention to someone else. One simple practice that many find helpful is making one meaningful connection each day. This could be a phone call to a friend you haven't spoken with in a while, a heartfelt conversation with a neighbor, or even a warm exchange with the cashier at your local store. These small moments of human connection add up, creating a network of support that contributes significantly to your well-being and longevity. We often think of health in terms of physical metrics, blood pressure, cholesterol levels, weight, but your social health deserves just as much attention and intention. The joy, support, and sense of belonging that come from meaningful relationships nourish us on a cellular level, reducing inflammation, boosting immune function, and yes, extending our lifespan. As we age, it becomes even more important to reach out, to stay engaged, to both give and receive the gift of connection. Because at the end of the day, it's our relationships that give our lives meaning and our days richness. And that brings us to our fifth and final daily habit that can truly transform your health and longevity after 60. Our fifth and final daily habit for extending your lifespan is perhaps the most overlooked yet profoundly impactful: practicing mindfulness and gratitude. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This sounds a bit too new age or abstract. But stay with me. Because the science behind this practice is remarkably compelling, especially for those of us in our golden years. Mindfulness simply means paying attention to the present moment with openness and without judgment. It's about fully experiencing what's happening right now, rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. And gratitude is the practice of consciously appreciating the good in your life, from major blessings down to the smallest pleasures. Together, these practices create a powerful antidote to stress, which we now know is one of the biggest factors in premature aging and age-related diseases. When we experience chronic stress, our bodies produce excess cortisol, which over time can damage nearly every system in our bodies, from our hearts to our brains to our immune systems. What makes mindfulness and gratitude so effective is that they actually change how our brains respond to stress. Regular practice literally rewires your neural pathways, strengthening the areas associated with calm awareness and weakening those linked to anxiety and rumination. Ruth, a 79-year-old who started practicing mindfulness after a heart scare, described it beautifully. She said, "For decades, I was always rushing to the next thing, worrying about what might happen or regretting what had already passed. Now I finally understand what it means to truly live in the moment. My blood pressure has normalized, I sleep better, and most importantly, I enjoy my life so much more." So how can you incorporate mindfulness and gratitude into your daily routine? It doesn't require hours of meditation or elaborate rituals. Start with just 5 minutes each morning. Sit comfortably, close your eyes if you wish, and simply focus on your breathing. Feel the air moving in and out of your body. When your mind wanders, and it will, gently bring your attention back to your breath without self-criticism. Then, take a moment to identify 3 things you're grateful for. They can be significant, like your health or family, or as simple as the birds singing outside your window or the warm cup of coffee in your hand. Say these things aloud or write them down. This simple practice sets a positive tone for your entire day. Throughout the day, try to bring mindful awareness to ordinary activities. When you're eating, truly taste your food. When you're walking, feel the sensation of your feet touching the ground. When you're talking with someone, really listen without planning what you'll say next. These moments of presence accumulate, gradually transforming your experience of daily life. For many people over 60, another powerful practice is a brief evening reflection. Before bed, take a few minutes to review your day, not with judgment, but with gentle awareness. What brought you joy? What challenged you? What did you learn? This practice helps process the day's experiences and often leads to more restful sleep. Research has shown that people who regularly practice mindfulness and gratitude not only report greater happiness and life satisfaction, but also demonstrate measurable improvements in physical health, lower inflammation levels, better cardiovascular function, and even enhanced immune response. One study found that older adults who participated in an 8-week mindfulness program showed changes in brain structure associated with improved memory and emotional regulation. What I find most beautiful about this habit is how it transforms our relationship with aging itself. Instead of viewing these years as a time of decline, mindfulness helps us appreciate the unique gifts of this stage of life, the wisdom gained from experience, the freedom from many earlier responsibilities, the opportunity to deepen important relationships, and the clarity that comes from knowing what truly matters. Now that we've explored all 5 daily habits, mindful movement, nourishing your body with purpose, prioritizing restorative sleep, cultivating meaningful connections, and practicing mindfulness and gratitude, I want to emphasize something important. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. The power of these habits lies not in perfect execution, but in consistent practice. Start with the habit that resonates most strongly with you, perhaps the one where you feel you have the most room for improvement. Make one small change and practice it until it becomes second nature. Then add another. This gradual approach is not only more sustainable, but actually more effective for creating lasting change. Remember Thomas, who I mentioned at the beginning of our video? At 68, he felt his vitality slipping away and wondered if his best years were behind him. He started by simply taking a 10-minute walk each morning, and gradually incorporated all 5 habits over the course of a year. Now at 74, he's more energetic, healthier, and happier than he was in his early 60s. His doctor recently told him he has the biomarkers of someone a decade younger. I want that for you too, because the truth is, chronological age is just one way to measure your life. Your biological age, how your body actually functions, can be significantly influenced by your daily habits. And it's never too late to start. Studies show that even people in their 80s and 90s benefit tremendously from adopting healthier habits. What strikes me most when I talk with vibrant, engaged people in their 70s, 80s, and beyond is that they don't focus on how many years they have left. Instead, they concentrate on making each day meaningful, joyful, and full of vitality. They understand intuitively what research has confirmed, that quality of life and quantity of years are inextricably linked. I'd love to hear about your experiences with these 5 habits. Which one do you already practice? Which might you try next? What other strategies have helped you thrive in your golden years? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your wisdom could be exactly what another viewer needs to hear. If you found value in today's video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more content focused on living your very best life at every age. We post new videos every week with practical, science-backed advice on health, wellness, and joyful living for those of us with a bit more life experience. Remember, these years can be among your most vibrant and fulfilling. You have the wisdom of experience, the perspective that comes with time, and now the knowledge of 5 powerful habits that can extend your lifespan and enhance every day along the way. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Until our next video, keep moving, nourishing, resting, connecting, and appreciating this precious life of yours. Here's to your health, your happiness, and many more wonderful years ahead.